Want a live interview with Viral Hip Hop News? Email me, Sam Ant, at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Let's go.
So just found out, right? So Dame Dash, man, files for bankruptcy. He files for bankruptcy, man. Now he's saying that they're saying he has $25 million in debt.
God damn.
He's filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is a total liquidation of everything in order to pay back, your debt. He has unpaid taxes, child support, legal judgment. He is listing his assets as very low, which I'm not going to get into that. It is what it is. We already know what it is with him.
Yeah.
He owes $8.7 million in back taxes to the IRS. The New York State Department Taxation and Finance, he owes $9 million. Los Angeles County owns another $5 million. New Jersey Division of Taxation is pursuing $3.5 million, bringing a total to $19 million that he owes the federal government. That's not counting child support or what he owes from lawsuits. A total of almost $26 million that Dame Dash owes. $650,000 in unpaid child support, bro. Unbelievable. And this is I think he has something called Bosses Take Losses. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is bad, bro. This is bad. I get it. We get in situations, and we may have had stuff with our credit and shit. When we owe somebody $900, or it's to me, it's like the same type of situation, but on a whole larger scale. So, what do you think about this, man? Because what do you think about it? It's crazy.
One, from a business perspective, I think it's an intelligent move for him to do. Right. If shit's starting to get too crazy, if the water's starting to get above your head to where you can't get above water anymore and you're starting to drown, and we're talking that kind of money, then filing for bankruptcy, no matter what it looks like, right? No matter what type of hit your reputation will take, and it's probably going to take a little bit of a hit. The ego has to be stripped in this situation. You got to do what's best for you because you still got to survive. Right. So filing for bankruptcy, he's not the first to do it. He's not the first notable celebrity to do it. He won't be the last notable celebrity to do it. And hopefully this can help him start to kind of reestablish the foundation and start to bounce back. He don't look good though, man. Like from a health perspective, I hope Dame is all right. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him on the interview. He wasn't looking too good. He was speaking about Cam. The vibe wasn't that same Dame mystique that we typically get. And I'm starting to just like, I don't like the way this book is ending. And I'm not saying the book is over. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that brother still has a lot of life to live, and I want him to live a whole lot of life. But at the same time, it's just like when we remember where Dame was and throughout the years, what we've thought of Dame and what we think about him now over the last 2 or 3 years, it's just the way that this book is ending. It's a tragic ending, the way it is. When you think about the people that he was around and the relationships that he had, this man should not even be thinking about this type of situation. He shouldn't even be thinking about a bankruptcy type situation or a situation where he has to put his business out there and start talking about what debt he has here and what debt he has there. This should have never happened to a Dame Dash. You know what I mean? But ego over time, mismanagement over time, arrogancy over time, it'll kill any man. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like the chicken has come home to roost for Dame Dash. It's sad because a lot of people saying he's not a good person. He's not this, he's not that. I know our interaction with him. He was gracious enough to give us an interview. He was one of the only people to actually share clips from the interview. Like we dropped things like that. He was dropping clips. He was trying to share. He was trying to, do whatever. So our interaction with Dame was a good one. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only one we can go off of is our personal interaction. But to see all of this and to see how it's played out over the last few years, I hate the way the book is ending. I just do. It doesn't look good. It's sad. And man, it looks like he's just gonna have to go all the way to rock bottom before he can come back up. Really do.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you talk about it. See, like 50 Cent did it too, but there's different types.
Yeah.
Like 50 Cent, the one he did, I think it was a chapter 11 where it's like, all right, he paid it off quick. Like he was like, all right, look, I'm going to just come up with a reorganization plan. Like, I owe you 10 million. All right, I'll pay you in 3 months or 3 years, whatever the case may be. Chapter 7 is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Chapter 7 is I fucked up. I'm in the world of shit. I'm selling my businesses. I'm selling my ad. I'm selling everything. I'm closing. First of all, a lot of times you got to close your business.
Yeah.
You got to let a trustee of the court take over and sell it for whatever assets they can get. Like you lose total control.
Yeah.
And they sell it, and whatever you get from it, whatever they get from it, it goes to the debtors. So let's say if he owes 25 million, let's say his assets that he sells worth 5, then the case is closed. You start fresh, but your businesses, you got to shut them down. If you got properties, it just depends. Some states you ain't got to sell your properties, depending on where you at.
Right.
But for sure, like if you got anything that's an asset that's making money, that goes. You got to relinquish control of that and start over. Now for Dame, he might not give a damn, because maybe I'm sure he maybe has something in other people's name where he may be just controlling it. Maybe his daughter owns a business and he's the president controlling it. That'll be the way to kind of going at, right. That type of situation. Like I'm just an employee on the books. My daughter's paying me. She owns it. And I'm sure he has situations like that set up. So it might not be such a bad thing, but it just grows to show a gross mismanagement of finances, bad business deals, not paying child support. He was just in a bad situation that he tried, like ego. He tried to make look very good. And this is the culmination, of the shitstorm coming to an end for him. This goes to show you, like, damn, like it was bad for you, bro. Like you don't. I hate to bring Jay-Z up, but anybody else, you're not going to see him go through a situation like this because he's paying his taxes. He's taking care of things. If he has lawsuits and shit, whatever the case may be, he's fighting them. If he loses, he's paying them. If he has bills, he's paying his bills. The irresponsible things. Now you get into situations sometimes where you just can't do it.
Yeah.
And people got to file bankruptcy. It happens. Yeah. But, does it take away from who Dame is? To me, no. But he was doing a lot of fronting and a lot of ego tripping a lot of the years. That's a fact. But we can all learn from this. And like you said, that was the best possible. I've been talking about this for a few weeks ago. I was like, yo, you need to just file bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Let it all go.
Yeah.
Say, I can't do it no more. Take it. All right, I'm gonna start over. Sometimes it's a peacefulness and a solace.
Yeah.
And starting over and starting from scratch again.
It's like admitting to your girl, I cheated.
Yeah.
It's like admitting to your girl, I'm cheating. Like, oh
yeah, God. Yeah. I'm gonna start with another relationship, same shit. I'm a new girl. All that shit is wiped clean. All my transgressions and all the women I was sleeping with and all that. Starting new once you get back into the same habits again. And shit. But no, I'm actually happy that Dame is going through this. Not going through it, but that he's coming out of this, I should say. And like you said, bosses take losses, baby. It's unfortunate that after you made all that money, that you're still taking those type of losses. Hundreds of millions of dollars you've been through. That's unfortunate, but hey, bosses take losses, man. How you going to recover?
Dame is the type of dude that could have took this circumstance and flipped it and turned it into a gain and turned it into some money and he could have talked about and articulated how his losses affected him and how he flipped it. And it could have been something better. We've seen it happen, but his ego, I think his ego is ultimately probably the biggest thing that tore him down and got him in this situation. How he probably had to file for bankruptcy years ago, but his ego wouldn't let him do it. You know what I'm saying? And he just had to carry this facade, and he didn't want it to look a certain way. Like, bro, none of that shit matters, man. It don't. And I'm glad that I don't know what it is to kind of make him start to see that this is what he has to do. But I mean, when you get to rock bottom and the options are limited, this is something that happens, man. And hopefully he's doing well. What do you think about his health? Because he is a diabetic. He does suffer from diabetes. We've seen the eye patch over his eye. He didn't have his dentures in. Dane was out here looking crazy, man. And I wasn't laughing or trying to poke fun. I seen people obviously poking fun at him. That's the last thing on my mind. I was thinking about his diabetes and stuff. But do you think his health is starting to deteriorate, and you think that's affecting him as well? Like even how he's moving on a mental state.
Yeah, I mean I don't have it. Yeah. But I know people that do. You start losing limbs and shit. His eyes, teeth, all that stuff is affected. So he's almost kind of deteriorating right before our eyes. But Dame's the type of dude that'd be in a wheelchair on his back talking shit.
Yeah.
How them old men, they ain't got shit left but that mouth.
Yep.
He running his mouth about what you know what I mean? He ain't got no teeth and shit. And he just that type of dude he is, one of them Harlem hustlers. But
all them niggas, yep.
like you said, it takes me back to he always was gracious for us. He reached out to the interview, shared it, even shared other stuff that we did, prior to that. So I think that has been a positive experience. But yeah, it was looking bad for him. Hopefully he could turn things around with his health. That's the first thing that matters.
Yeah.
Like all this business stuff, none of that shit is going to exist. If your health is bad. But I think he has a good wife.
Yeah.
And good people around him, at least it looks like. Did you hear what he was saying about Cameron though? He was kind of talking about how Cam's show is always attacking other black people. I don't know if you've seen that.
I didn't see that part. I seen him talking about Cam and their situation. But he ain't lying.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
If he said that, he ain't lying. You know what I mean? Right. He ain't lying at all. I know him and Cam had their things or whatever, and he ain't that show right there. Unfortunately, it's a shit talking show wrapped around sports. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't really doing nothing over there. But I ain't mad at nobody for. We sound like grumpy old men sometimes going in on some of these motherfuckers. I was talking to a young boy about it. He said, you sound like a grumpy old man. I'm like, well, first off, you don't know shit about what's going on. But damn, if you from the outside looking in saying we sound like a grumpy old man, you motherfuckers don't even care. So I say that to say people like that bullshit. So yes, Dame is 100% right that that's all he's really doing. But for real, nobody really cares, man, because it's entertaining them. And that's all they care about, bro. And that's sad as hell. But they got the blueprint to entertain. And if you can entertain, it don't matter what levels you're willing to stoop to or who you're willing to disrespect. If you're entertaining people, you're going to win in this game nowadays.
That's like even the Kai Cenat and the Ray J thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I was kind of thinking like, man, like, I hate to kind of do it, like talk about the type of stuff because it kind of feel like, like you said, grumpy old man and you just complaining. But the shit is just crazy, dog. Like, why do we got to keep doing nutty shit like this?
I'm going to jump in the shower with another dude and we're going to tape it and record it. And I'm going to give off the illusion I'm gay and all this. This is wild, bro.
Yeah, like, why we got to do that? Like, who's making it? Is hopefully somebody's paying you to do it. It's not, it don't make it better.
Right.
Hopefully you're not just doing this shit just to do it and think it's a cool skit. Out of all the skits that you can do, everything that you can do, you could throw worms on somebody's snakes.
Yep.
Put a cushion down. I don't know, anything. You got to jump butt ass naked.
Yep.
And force your way onto a dude. Because that's what it looked like. You was trying to go in there and force your way onto him.
Yep.
Hanging with you, they had the bubbles in there, like he was on there like butt ass naked and shit, standing here like this. Like, what is this? We know how we all heard the rumors about Ray J and all of that. But what and then my thing is, okay, for the adults, it's cool, fine. But how many kids watch Kai Cenat?
A lot of them.
Billions.
Fucking billions.
So we show our kids that stuff and people think it's cool, man. I don't know, man. It's weird.
It's super weird. But we sound like grumpy old men when we talk about it. But it's something that no matter what, I will never conform myself for entertainment purposes to stoop to those type of levels ever. I just couldn't do it. I'm not gonna sit there and I'm not jumping in no shower with no fucking dude. I'm not gonna Charleston White on spitting the dead. We'll do all this wild shit. It's just that's the ultimate selling your soul, if you ask me. People talk about selling their soul to this white devil or the Illuminati and all this shit. No, when you could get on camera and do anything for entertainment or likes or attention, you done sold your soul, bro. You know, So
that's a fact. They keep making us do this, you know what I mean? Freak shit.
Yeah.
We signing up for. So that is what it is, man.
That is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I think that's everything. I don't see nothing else really going down. I think we covered everything for the day.
Yeah, for sure. I think we did good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, it.
Yeah, but yeah, man, another great episode. We definitely appreciate everybody, checking in with us.
For sure.
It's your boy Sam Man, Viral Hip Hop News on your brother O. Hip Hop News Uncensored together. We're the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. Over and out.
Peace.
Peace.
Woo! Right, good show.